Welcome to Need a Little Chat. Controversial topic, finances. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
What did you think coming into this business? What did you think about the financials? Did you think you were going to make a shitload of money?
No, I didn't because my family have run businesses before, so I understood what overheads were.
I've never run a business.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be rich.
And
No, I'm kidding.
nurses go from making 4 or 5K a month, they don't make that much, 60K a year, to then making 5K in maybe a day if they're in a busy clinic, maybe not, and thinking, oh my God, I have all this money. And then at the end of the month, your rent comes, your product or your Amex is due, whatever, and you're left with $5.
Yeah.
But a lot of nurses do go into this industry because they see injectors plastered all over social media, their designer bags and their holidays and this and that. So they do come in it for the wrong reasons. But I think if you understand how business works, you know that you don't just make money straight away.
I think I completely agree. So I was working with other clinics and I was just making a normal wage. There wasn't really anything special about it. I was making more than the hospital nurses are making. So privileged to be in this industry. However, being in my own business now, oh my goodness, that was a shock. I thought I didn't realize how much overheads we would have.
I remember before you opened and I told you that you don't get all your money and you're like, what's the point?
I know.
You have to
I
pay
was like,
yourself
what is
wage.
this?
If you're
Especially the
lucky.
company. And I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, why is this the company's money and not my money?
Yeah.
So it's a lot to wrap your head around. But I also think that it's been so amazing learning about the business and actually having a business mind now, which is something so completely different to what I've always done.
Yeah. So finances, no, you don't get to keep all the money you make. Your company owns the money. You have overheads. And that's why if you go into this industry and you're like, oh, I'll just be cheap so I get a whole heap of clients in, you're not going to make any money because the products are expensive.
Yeah. And also you should be charging for experience. Like a lot of people come to me and they're like, well, I paid this much in my previous
not your
clinic.
client.
Please go back because I am experienced, I am safe, I am compliant, and I'm ethical.
Yeah.
You're coming to me for my experience. And also it's not cheap buying our stock. Yeah.
So if you're just wanting to get into cosmetics or make a quick dollar, don't do it.
Okay. Complications. We've all had them.
Have we? They say every cosmetic practitioner will experience one VO in their lifetime.
I still have not.
I have.
Knock on wood. Talk about it. Let's see.
Talk about it. I had just finished some beautiful lips and I turned around to grab the Bepanthen, and as I turned back around the corner in the corner of her upper right lip was starting to turn white and purple. And I just said, do you have any pain? And she's like, yeah, right here. And checked my cap refill and the VO. Started drawing up my highlights, called the doctor and just flooded the area straight away. Luckily, it was resolved pretty much instantly. But if I wasn't aware of what a vascular occlusion was and I wasn't aware of the signs, that could have ended badly. The quicker we treat them, the quicker they resolve, the better the outcome for the patient.
Yeah.
Still to this day, the patient and I laughed because her husband had warned her not to come home with uneven lips. And she came home with one side fully dissolved and the other side plump.
Oh, bless. Her husband cursed her.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, man. I constantly have the fear of having a VO. And how was your, like, what did you feel when you noticed that you gave her a VO?
It was, I think 2 days before I was flying out to Europe, I was working for someone. So I wasn't, I knew someone would then take over care. But I just sort of said in my head, of course, God, right now. That's what I'm going to think about for my whole trip is this lady's lip.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
But I think being a midwife and having to do an get a woman to theatre within 8 minutes for an emergency Caesar to deliver her baby, that to me is something that's scary and life-threatening. A VO is sort of like, I know how to treat it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I think I agree. I think if I ever did have a VO, I would have the tools to handle it. Like it wouldn't be anything that's scary to me now. When I first started though, my goodness, I would go home with such anxiety thinking that potentially one of my patients will contact me and say something's gone wrong. Like that fear was intense. it's not all glamorous in our field.
Have you ever been close to a VO
Oh,
in a tear
very.
trough?
Yes,
You want to talk
yes.
about that story?
Yes, that was, and tear troughs are probably the most high risk area.
Yeah.
So it didn't turn out to be a VO, thank goodness, but it was a massive hematoma, and her under eyes blew up with blood that was circulating around a vein, and I thought it was a VO. So to be safe, we took her to the closest eye and ear hospital with all the protocols that were necessary, and I stayed with her the whole night. And yeah, after that, got into contact with her. They didn't have to dissolve anything. It was more so just a really bad hematoma. But yeah, that was probably scarier than any VO I would ever have in my life.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really know if it was a VO
Yeah, you didn't
because of the
understand.
way it blew up. It was just a very confusing time. But yeah, called the doctor, made sure everything was okay, took her to the hospital, everything was fine. I still have my trend of no VOs. I'm good. There are always small complications that can happen. We've all been through them, like a brow ptosis. Brow ptosis. See what you do? You made me say ptosis. She had a student that said brow ptosis, and then she said it then, and I said it. No.
Yes,
No, you're not. This is all your fault. Brow ptosis.
There are many complications that can
Yes.
arise in aesthetic medicine or medicine in general.
Yeah.
All medications have their risks. Usually they explain to you. You will get aftercare with those, with what to expect and what's unusual. Most dermal filler reactions can be resolved. You just dissolve it if you were to have a granuloma or a little lump. For anti-wrinkle injections, unfortunately, if you do experience a ptosis, you have to wait it out.
Yes. But
anyways, just remember we're all registered practitioners and we should all be able to manage your complications well.
Yes.